That's all.
I think
There's
you're
no-
really
there's
good.
one upstairs too.
Have a good time? Yeah.
There's a couple that don't. There is Alta and Deer Valley.
All right, we're live. Enough about snowboarding. Let's call our meeting to order.
Okay, Coffee,
Here.
Bledsoe,
Here.
Marshall,
Here.
Davis,
Here.
Coldarn,
Here.
Rupp, Williams,
Here.
O'Shea. Here. Wortham.
Here. All right, we've got quorum. Nate, will you get our invocation for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's pray. Our Father in heaven, we are grateful to be gathered here tonight as city representatives. We're thankful for the opportunity we have to serve in this capacity and grateful for all the wonderful blessings we're seeing come to Perry. We're thankful for all those who have labored diligently to bring these things to pass. We pray that this night we might be guided in wisdom and we might have unity of thought and feeling. We hope that we can remember thy son during this Christmas season and hold up his light for others to see. And we offer this prayer in his name, even Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Nate. All right, item 1, our consent agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And Coffee,
Yes.
Bledsoe,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Coldarn,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
O'Shea.
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes. All right, let's jump down to item number 5, proclamations, commendations, reports, and inquiries by the governing body. So ward reports. Start with Ward 1, Shay. No. Scott. Awesome.
Don't have anything.
Joe.
Nothing today.
Oh man, all right. Jeanette.
I had some, but I can't remember them.
One
I
time.
hate it when that happens.
Perfect.
It wasn't earth-shattering or anything.
All right.
I enjoyed the Christmas parade and
Mhm.
I was stuck in an igloo for the evening, which was warmer, I am told, than it was outside.
It was.
Sammy.
I really don't have anything.
All right.
I did send Nate an email about updating the boards on the website because they're out of date. And then I also noticed that our terms aren't correct. Some of our terms are not correct, so just to be fully transparent, people might want to know when we're exiting or if they want to run, so.
No, I really appreciate it. Yeah, whenever anybody notices stuff, please let us know. We, as you guys know, but maybe not those watching, we have a full-time guy, but he has a lot of different hats, and updating the website is one of those hats. So he's not actively checking it for things, but when we notice things, I pass that on to him and he gets them updated quickly. So thank you for letting me know.
I don't have anything else.
Nice. Derek? No? All right. Maybe one other little idea with the, if there's people that want to serve, you can put something like the bottom of that, be like, want to serve on city council, here's how you do it.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
That way people know. All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump over to item number 6, city manager remarks.
All right, I got a couple things. The first is Amazon, right? They're coming. They've officially announced and sent out a press release. Mayor and I had the opportunity to do a short video with Perry Daily Journal today and answer some questions and things like that. Just wanted to give kind of a shout out to staff. Staff has worked on this for over a year and they've worked really, really hard to get it done. And so we're really excited for that and grateful also that it came to fruition and now we have a little bit of less on our plate since that major milestone has been reached. So that's the biggest thing. And then I have a couple of smaller things.
And with that, if you haven't been out there, they're already moving dirt.
Yeah, that was what my thing was. Somebody
Oh,
asked
there
me,
you go.
why are they moving, what's moving dirt out there? I said,
Mhm.
well, I haven't been out there, but I said, it's not official yet. And then it wasn't 30 minutes later and I saw the video.
Yeah, and there's going to be another video published that answers some questions. That one was kind of a fun thing they wanted to do. The Perry Daily Journal wanted to do, but it was kind of a fun way to release it. So, let's see. So, we've been working really hard over the last couple of weeks since we last met on agreements and housing and economic development. That's been taking a lot of time. More to come on that. We also officially got the $600,000 grant for OWRB to help fund the water projects that are coming up. So that's a big deal since last time we met as well. I had to go to Oklahoma City and do kind of a presentation in front of their board to officially kind of seal that deal. It went really well. They didn't have any questions, but they always like a representative there. So, and then the first sidewalk project should begin in June. So update on that. We're finally past a lot of the milestones that have been holding us up on that, and the biggest one was the NEPA, the environmental process. So through that, and it'll begin in June.
Is that the extension out to?
BMAC, yep.
Nice.
Yeah, that's correct. So that one's coming up. And then the last thing is the E911 agreement with the county. We've officially gone a full year for that, and we're doing some updates there, working with the county on that, but you'll see a new agreement and just some tweaks from our old one in the coming weeks on that. So I just wanted to give you an update there. And other than that, that's what I've been working on, what administration's been working on. So.
Nice. Any questions for Nate?
I do. As far as the Amazon, that's such a big deal. Is there going to be, I know the Journal did something and you did the press release. Is there going to be like other ways that that's going to be presented? Is it going to be on our website? I'm thinking about other companies or such like that are looking at Perry right now.
Mhm.
Is there a way that it could be presented that it's like everywhere?
Yeah, we are working on something. We're actually working on a landing page for developers right now that will have videos and aerial photos of kind of our industrial park and really all the projects going on in town, Amazon being one of those, so that potential developers can jump on there. They can see what sites we have available, see pictures and aerial photos, but also see Amazon and some other companies that are coming or have come. So yeah, to your point, it is a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
And I was really, I was hoping that they would have allowed us to do more. I pushed them. They said that they'll do kind of a bigger thing for the kind of the ribbon cutting once the building is ready to go, but they just use a template for their press releases. So it was kind of lame, and we just kind of added, a little bit of fun to that, but we were hoping to do a whole lot more, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more of that from them at the ribbon cutting.
All right, any other questions? I guess I do. Any updates on streets?
Yeah, it's just been a temperature thing. So in order to actually go out and get the hot asphalt and for it to be pliable when you get back, the temperatures have to be high enough and rising. And we just haven't had that over the last couple of weeks. So our streets department has just been watching those and planning around them. Christmas, I have heard, is supposed to be high enough to do it. I don't think they'll be out there on Christmas.
Yeah.
But maybe the week after, we'll see higher temperatures. But they're willing, they're ready. They're just waiting on temperatures. So.
Okay. So during this colder seasons, if we do have warmer temperatures, we're gonna try and do.
They'll still do them, yeah.
Okay.
They'll still do them. We would really like to knock out before spring Homeland Alley and then the rest of 9th Street that we're doing from Highway 77 to Boundary. So those are the two still on our list before spring, and if it stays warm enough, we'll keep knocking them out. So. Otherwise, people will have to wait till spring, but we will get the 15 blocks done.
Good deal. All right, thank you, Nate.
Absolutely.
Item number 7, our CFO report.
Well, guys, I don't have much to share. I guess I'll say Merry Christmas since that's coming up and nobody else around here wanted to acknowledge it yet. I'll say Merry Christmas to start out. We did get a little bit of a Merry Christmas in our use tax that's going to be deposited next month. It came in about $86,000, which is 33% higher than what we've seen in the past. Again, construction-related pieces is what we're attributing that to. I have not seen the full detail on that, just the sake of pieces. So anyhow, a good place to start, and a nice little extra gift. About $40,000 is where that would come in compared to what we've kind of been experiencing and anticipate in that number. along that same line, sales tax is also doing pretty well for us. You know, I mean, while we're down over prior year, as far as compared to budget, we're about 8% ahead of where we would expect to be right now. So as far as total dollars go, so that if we keep that annualized piece going, you know, we're gonna have some construction. We're gonna have some pieces coming this next spring that should keep that number well ahead of what we've expected, and what we've budgeted. That will give us some extra money for capital outlay and some of these other one-off projects that are going to be coming up that we also will have to talk about and deal with on that. So from an economic standpoint, you know, things are looking really good for the city. You know, we're at least on the positive trend where we want to see the governmental side of the work going. If you're looking at the financials, 42% is where we would expect the budget to be. You're not going to see anything that's drastically out of line. That, as I always say, that we wouldn't expect to be out of line because of seasonality. Those kind of things are in place. I will note that we did hotel motel tax. Yes, was almost $50,000, but that's catch-up money. You know, along with our normal, and so you know, it would have been probably about 23,000 without the catch-up. So we're caught up, and hotel motel tax is looking good as far as that goes. So we're excited for that piece. You know, even overall, you know, I mean, if you look at the total bottom line of the general fund, you know, we're at break even for the year. We are 1 month behind in our transfers from utility over to the general fund. As I mentioned last time, we've got enough cash sitting in the general fund. We're trying to get some cash accumulated back in on the utility side in our unrestricted caches. And so that's more just of a cash management situation. If we needed to, we would transfer that over, you know, and get the money moved. Again, it's not something that whenever I just look at it, I think is imperative that we get done right now. So that's why we haven't moved the money at this point. If you look on the utility side, our profit margins coming into November are still setting exactly where we want them. You know, where dollars are good on that side. I'll bring you that update because I know you want to know the difference at the end of the year. December will be 12 months of running the new rates, and we'll have that for you next council meeting.
So we are starting to bring that difference together?
We're starting to bring that difference together, yes. As you wanted, step one was out of the way. Now it's time for step two in the process and just that implementation that will go on to keep it really built over a 3-year period to get us, you know, where we
just caught up.
Year one was to get us, you know, just started the process. Year two and then year three are going to finish playing that part out. So, but that is, you know, I mean, that's to make each utility stand on its own, which is what our goal is. You know, and that was, I know it's been, oh, sorry, I'm looking at you, but,
right.
but it's been your main focus. Sitting over here, he kicks me every month whenever he says, hey, you didn't get that done yet. You didn't get that done yet. But no, we're there, and we're 1 year into this multi-year process to make it happen. And so that's not really any more on that I want to say, but we are looking at a positive number, and we will make sure that we have year-over-year numbers on that. So with that, any questions you guys have?
I do have a question.
Okay.
Kind of what you were saying to Scott, because I wasn't here during all the fun when y'all did that with us. Is that realistic for each utility to stand on its own?
Well, each utility should not only stand on its own, each utility should be generating a profit.
Right.
Because otherwise, if sewer is not covering its cost, we're actually paying the residents then to flush their toilet. And how much, we're not running these, we're running these pieces. They're business type activities, okay? They are intended to not only cover their costs, they're intended to make a profit margin. And then that profit margin is then used to reinvest in that utility itself so that we can continue to keep the utility where it needs to be. We don't go 70 or 80 years without replacing a sewer line, which is what we're dealing with now. Now, I'm not saying we replace something that doesn't need to be replaced, but 20 years ago, we could have started replacing sewer lines, but there wasn't money there. These, just like any business, and Shay, you and I haven't had this time to sit down and talk, but what we talk about during budget sessions and those pieces, I really want to say, if you were the director, or if you were the CEO of a utility company that was for profit, you would be looking at your shareholders going, we are making an adequate profit on our piece and we're able to reinvest, and in the long term, we're going to be able to maintain this. Whenever we let these departments operate at a deficit, and whenever we let sewer lose money or we let water lose money over the years, then how do we look at our constituents? How do we look at our shareholders, if you want to look at them that way, and say, yeah, I'm managing that the best it can be managed? Because I can't guarantee you that it's going to continue forever. And if I don't put the money back to reinvest, to develop it, then we're not doing the service that needs to be done. Now, what is that profit margin? How much does that need to be? Those are all better questions. But at a minimum, we should be covering the operating cost, which is personnel services, the repairs and maintenance, its portion of insurance, its portion of management, all of those costs, plus something related to capital outlay. Whether it be a debt service number, because we borrowed money up front on a big project and then we're paying it off over multiple years, or the capital outlay that we need each year just to keep, I'm using sewer because that's the easy one, but just to keep, the drying beds cleaned out. So that includes a tractor, that includes the drying beds, there's all these things that go into it. And if we're not staying up on those costs and we're not covering them, really, we're doing the citizens the disservice at that point.
Yeah, and the only reason I ask it, and I think in my experience at the Y, if there were 5 Ys, there was always going to be one that was in a community that just wasn't going to be able to be profitable.
Yeah.
So there were other Ys that were going to make up for that. So that's what I was asking,
Yeah.
is there, but you said that they all should be making profit.
Well,
That's what we were doing historically. The electric was covering the others.
But they can, though. But the water can stand on its own and sewer can stand on its own.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
well, and
Thank
to that
you.
point though, with the Y thing, we operate in a similar way, right? Like if you look at Y's as departments, there are certain departments that will never cover themselves, right? You have parks, library, police, fire, EMS, admin. Those departments aren't meant to cover themselves. They never will. We don't want to charge people to come and use our parks or charge them absorbently to check out a library book. And so cities, the way they make up for that is that they make money on the things they can, which is their electric, their water, their sewer, so that they can transfer it over. Yeah.
Thank you.
And just one more time, we're lucky here. We have the electric department, guys. I mean, we work with municipalities that do not have an electric department. And then you try to subsidize a $3 million transfer to the general fund without an electric department. Think about what our water rates would have to be. 7 times what they currently are to get that same transfer. You see what I'm saying? So relative to the big picture, we're very lucky that we've had electric and that we've had that profit margin that is in electric to keep things afloat. But we shouldn't be just using the electric to make sure every other department of the city works. We have 2 other true business activities. Well, really 3. We've got the trash, the water, and the sewer. And we need to make sure that all of those are making their profit and contributing proportionately. I'm not going to say equally, but proportionately based on what that utility does to the overall city in total.
Thank you.
I'm really glad you asked that, that you felt
I
comfortable.
think Russ was too.
Well, it's such an important.
I'd love to have something to talk about. No. Please ask more questions. Give me another 10 or 15 minutes.
You get 3.
Hey, Sammy, nice.
And municipal finance is complicated and it's easily misunderstood, and so I think even all of us in this room, maybe with the exception of this guy, have things all the time that we're like, wait, how does that work? You know, so thanks for asking.
Uh-huh.
I think Sammy's deducting from your time next time you're here.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, whoa!
Sorry, that's my fault, Sammy.
You have a timer running over there?
Hey, I was going for 2 minutes so that we could have a quick council meeting, so it's not my fault that I got 15.
All right, any other questions for Russ? Sammy will time you. All right. Let's go on to item number 8. Consider lump sum payment of OMRF pension to Jesse D. McHughes. So this is just a employee that has asked for his retirement in a lump sum.
Yep, no longer employed with us and asked for retirement. So.
Motion to approve.
Okay. Okay, so roll call.
Okay, Coffee,
Yes.
Bledsoe,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Goldar,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
O'Shea,
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes. Item 9, consider approval of change order of contract on the 25th Street Water and Sewer Improvements Project with Lone Hickory Cattle Company in the amount of $112,000.
Yeah, so this one, very exciting. We have a grant to fund this project, and the idea is to feed housing development at the Locust Street property. Like I said, the city's not paying for this, it's grant funded. One question was posed, and I think it's important to maybe ask Bryce, is the idea of this change order. If this is a separate project, is it legal to do this? What's the legalities
Absolutely.
there? Okay.
Yes, absolutely. It doesn't have to follow projects. It's just the total amount of the contract can't be change ordered above that amount. This is from grant funds. It's not restricted funds or any kind of, any restriction in it. So yes, it can be.
Okay. Yeah, and the rationale for not bidding this out is we have Lone Hickory already here working on another water sewer project. And so in order to avoid the fees that come with bringing a new company out.
The remobilization would be $25,000, $30,000 plus whatever this costs. So
Vernon, Matt, and I have looked at this number and analyzed it very carefully, and that's exactly in line with what we would expect. It's very fair. So.
And this money comes from where?
Grant funding. It's all grant funded, 100%.
Motion to approve a change order.
Second.
All right, roll call.
Coffee,
Yes.
Bledsoe,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Goldar,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
O'Shea,
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes.
Mayor, before you jump into 10,
Mhm.
we were talking about it a little bit earlier as an administration, and we would really like to table this. We have a couple other things we wanted to maybe adjust on it, if that's okay with the
Motion
council.
to the table?
Second.
Okay.
And Coffee,
Yes.
Bledsoe,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Goldar,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
O'Shea,
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes. Okay, that was for item 10. So item 11, consider setting utility rebate cap for commercial and residential projects paid under the OMPA's Ways One Save Electricity, or Ways I Save Electricity Wise program.
It's been a long day out
It
there
has
eating
been a
peanut
long
butter
day.
and jelly.
I still have peanut butter in my mouth.
Yeah, so this one we tabled a couple of meetings ago, or maybe last meeting. The idea behind this is that we give out rebates every year. Some of them are paid fully by OMPA. This WISE rebate is not. It's paid half by OMPA and half by the city. With all the development we have coming, and even with some of the projects we've seen in the recent past, there's been really high potential for very large payouts, like in the sum of $40,000, which is obviously concerning to us. We don't have $40,000 to put aside for these rebates. And so OMPA has recommended, and they have done this in a lot of cities, that cities put a cap on how much they'll pay out. And once that fund is used for the year, if it's used for the year, then nobody else can get it until the next year. And so that's what we're recommending that we do, is follow what, dozens of other OMPA cities have done on setting these caps.
Do we usually max out or hit a certain number?
It depends on the year. We always pay out, but it really varies. I have some numbers here, like in 2023, we paid $13,000 out for a commercial rebate. We're always paying out residential rebates, which are normally smaller. But the real one that caught our attention is when we saw this $40,000 one, and then we think about Amazon coming, we think about some of the other stuff we have in the pipeline, and we think if they got a rebate like that, it would really hurt our capital projects. I'd have to go in and say, okay, who's not getting a car this year? You know what I mean? And it would be complicated and tough, and it's just, I think it's wise to provide rebates, but I think it's also wise to put a cap and be good stewards in that way.
So the total between commercial and residential is 20,000 for the year. Because you have 10,000 for commercial and 10,000 for residential.
Yeah.
Have we ever hit that residentially?
No. Yeah, that'd be a pretty big stretch that we would hit that residential. I mean, the last couple of years we've been under 2,000 for all of our residential rebates.
Is this something that is budgeted, the rebates?
Rebates are budgeted yet as part of the electric operating costs, but we just budgeted them kind of based on historical numbers, which have been about $10,000.
Okay.
Nate, what made that one so high? The 40,000 one?
Yeah, great question. They did geothermal stuff.
Oh, okay, I forgot about that. Okay.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All right, let's have roll call.
Coffee,
Yes.
Bledsoe,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Goldar,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Bochet,
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes. Item 12, consider purchase of New Holland B75D backhoe from Great Plains in the amount of $68,006.06. Elimination of repair bill and trade-in of old backhoe in the amount of $12,000. Authorize the city manager to purchase and trade in and amend the general fund budget if required. If the trade-in and purchase is authorized, declare the old backhoe as surplus property and authorize its trade-in.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about this one. I feel like what the last time we talked about it, council gave me some really specific direction on going back and negotiating the bill and seeing if we could, get that reduced and to get some questions answered about warranties and about things like that. And we did all that, and because of that, I feel like we got a lot better of a deal. They completely waived the $22,000 fee for us that was associated with all the work that they had done previously that hadn't fixed anything, but that had, things that it said, the code said, oh, this is the issue, so they fixed that. That wasn't the issue, right? Things like that, which happens in mechanics, but we negotiated that, got that waived, and then they did one final test, which they actually tested the oil and found a bunch of fuel in there, and that figured out exactly what the problem was. They have to completely rebuild the engine, which is a $25,000 rebuild. With the age and hours on this backhoe and the issues we're having on it, we don't think that was worth it. So the recommendation is to trade it in for 12 and go ahead and move forward with the purchase based on that. So the 68 includes quite a bit of work. I think it was $4,500 worth of work on the to install the pumps that we talked about last time, so that water guys when they're digging a hole in the middle of winter in the night and it's filling up with water because there's a pipe burst, it sucks out the water so they can access it. So that's necessary, and there's a 2-year warranty, bumper to bumper warranty on this backhoe. Vernon feels like it meets their needs in terms of size, and we're anxious to get this done because we're worried about something happening and us not having this equipment. So
Is this a new equipment or is it used?
this one's new.
The one that
This
we're
would be new.
purchasing.
It's on state bid, so we don't have to go out for multiple bids on it. It's the best price we'll get on it.
And this one's a little bit smaller than what we had.
It is. Yeah,
And
this one's a little
sufficient for what they need.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
From what I remember last time when we talked about this, we weren't real happy with them at all, like doing business with them. They weren't they didn't call you back. They didn't keep you in the loop on stuff. So, I mean, I don't know, I just felt like, I thought we were also asking you to get bids from other places.
Yeah, I reached out to Jerry, who you guys asked me to reach out to, and talk to some other managers. They all go to the dealers. That's how they all do it. So there are other mechanics that do this work, but our guys do pretty much all the work that these other mechanics do. It's when our guys can't figure out the issue that they'll send it back to the dealer.
Did they comment how we racked up $22,000 of repair charges without any
Communication.
approval?
Yeah, they've gone through, they've kind of gone through a crazy process recently where they had their general manager leave and then their service manager left. So now their new general manager is not only the general manager, but he's also acting as a service manager, which he doesn't totally know what he's doing. And it was in that transition that there was a misunderstanding of, oh, well, we're working on this, we're fixing this, but they didn't realize that we hadn't given them permission to do all of that work, $22,000 worth of work. So they've had some difficulties too, and I feel like since I've talked to their general manager, they've been a lot more amenable. I mean, hence the $22,000 deduction. So
And is this someone that you and Vernon feel comfortable doing business with?
yeah. And the other good thing about this is there's multiple dealers. They're all the same dealer as New Holland, but there's one in Enid, there's one in Edmond, so and we have multiple relationships with them. So if we go back to them, and if they haven't gotten their stuff together, we can always go to one of these other New Holland dealers.
I thought we said the other one we'd gone to was worse than that one.
The
Yeah.
one in Edmond.
Yeah, the one in Edmond was, which is why we switched to Enid. But there's 3 or 4. There's one in Tulsa as well. So there's other things we can try. But like I said, I talked to other managers, and they
I
all
get
go back
going
to their
I
dealers.
get going to the dealer. Did we get pricing and availability from anywhere else?
Yeah, availability is 3 to 4 months.
On every other brand?
I don't know in terms of brands. We looked at New Holland, which is what we've had in the past. But
Okay.
yeah, they're 3 to 4 months out.
So we didn't check any other brands.
A little scary to have to wait 3 to 4 months though, when we're already in December. If we have a line break in January and we're waiting a couple months out on a backhoe.
Yeah, and that department's, their morale's pretty low right now because they've had a lot of turnover, and it's almost impossible to fill those positions during the winter. So to say Vernon's a little bit anxious and losing hair over this, I think is an understatement.
Because you're having some issues with the other backhoe, right?
Yeah, it's having all sorts of issues. It's an older one than the one we have in there right now.
I'm always going to go back to the process. And I want to believe, Nate, that, and I do, that if you have a process in place and you follow the process and you're bringing it to us, that that's the best option. Otherwise, we'll nitpick, or I'll nitpick, I don't want to speak for anyone else, Vernon to death, and I don't want to do that. I want to be able to, by the time it gets here, know that it's the right decision and that you're recommending.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate the questions and the feedback. Occasionally when you guys do feel like, oh, that isn't a good deal, you gave me good feedback, and I think that led to a better result. So I think it goes both ways and I appreciate it.
I feel good about this one.
And the 68,000, is that before or after the 12,000 traded value?
That's after.
It's
Yeah, that's
after?
after. Yeah, so 68,000 is the total cost. And we do have that money set aside from two things. It's from the brass valves that we
Mhm.
surplused and traded in, and then also just the amount of money we've saved on benefits and wages in that department since they've been so understaffed for several months.
And this is just, it's ready right now.
Yep. Yeah, the salesman said that they could start getting the pumps together tomorrow, starting tomorrow and have them in 5 days. Installed in 5 days.
Sorry, I was reading. Where'd you say the money's coming from to pay for it?
Yeah, you're okay. It's coming from the surplus valves that we've scrapped.
Okay.
And then also just really over half of it's coming from the amount of money we've saved in this specific department
Okay.
on labor and wages from being understaffed.
Make a motion to approve the purchase of the New Holland B75D backhoe from Great Plains.
I'll second.
Okay. Let's have roll call.
Coffee,
Yes.
Bledsoe,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Goldar,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
O'Shea,
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Burnham will be really ecstatic.
Good.
His hair will grow back.
I wouldn't make that promise to him.
All right, well, item 13, do we have any new business? Okay. Item 14, consider convening into executive session to confer on matters pertaining to the economic development of the city of Perry to discuss, 1, a proposal to entice the location of residential developers to the community to build single-family dwellings, and 2, a proposal to entice the location of 2 national chain restaurants to the community and thereby approve the economic development of the city, and 3, a proposal to contract with a residential builder developer or building developer for the city to furnish lots in return for the construction of a single-family home or homes on such lots, and to include the cost of demolition of any dilapidated structure on such lot or lots, as public disclosure of the proposal will interfere with the development and implementation of these proposals, and for the purpose of discussing the purchase of lots in the Hugh Doral addition to be used,
I think that needs
Hughes.
changed.
yeah,
Hughes Terrell.
Hughes Terrell addition to be used as residential building sites.
So move.
Second.
All right.
And Coffee,
Yes.
Bledsoe,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Goldar,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
O'Shea,
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes.
Motion to reconvene?
Second.
Sorry.
And Coffee.
Yes.
Bledsoe.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Goldar.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
O'Shea.
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes. All right. Item 17, let's adjourn. There you go.
Okay.
But peanut butter.
All right, let's call our meeting to order for the Perry Municipal Authority. Have roll call.
Coffee.
Here.
Bledsoe.
Here.
Marshall.
Here.
Davis.
Here.
Goldar.
Here.
Rupp. Williams.
Here.
O'Shea.
Here.
Wortham.
Here. All right, item 1, consent agenda.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Sorry.
And Coffee.
Yes.
Bledsoe.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Goldar.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
O'Shea.
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes. Item 5, ratify change order of contract on the 25th Street Water and Sewer Improvements Project, Lone Hickory Cattle Company in the amount of $112,000.
Motion to approve?
Second.
And Coffee.
Yes.
Bledsoe.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Goldar.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
O'Shea.
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes. All right,
Motion
item
to
6. we're not
table?
gonna do- Yeah.
Second. Me too.
Gotta make my note on that. And Coffee.
Yes.
Bledsoe.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Goldar.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
O'Shea.
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes. Item 7, ratify setting utility rate rebate cap for commercial and residential projects paid under the OMPA's Ways I Save electricity program.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And Coffee.
Yes.
Bledsoe.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Goldar.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
O'Shea.
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes. Item 8, ratify purchase of New Holland B75D backhoe from Great Plains in the amount of $68,006.06. Elimination of repair bill and trade-in of old backhoe in the amount of $12,000. Authorize the city manager to purchase and trade in and amend the general fund budget if required. If the trade-in and purchase is authorized, declare the old backhoe as surplus property and authorize its trade-in.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And Coffee.
Yes.
Bledsoe.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Goldar.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
O'Shea.
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes. Item 9, any new business? 10, adjourn.
Okay.
All right, let's call our meeting to order for the Perry Facilities Authority.
Coffee.
Here.
Bledsoe.
Here.
Marshall.
Here.
Davis.
Here.
Goldar.
Here.
Rupp. Williams.
Here.
O'Shea.
Here.
Wortham.
Here. All right, item 1, consent agenda.
Motion to approve?
Second.
And Coffee.
Yes.
Bledsoe.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Goldar.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
O'Shea.
Yes.
Wortham.
Yes. Item 5, any new business? Item 6, adjourn.